Take a deep breath in and let it fall out gently. Wherever you are in this moment, may this space be a sanctuary. May your mind grow still, your body soften, and your heart open like a morning flower to the sun. Spirit, we invite your breath between us, the breath that unites all things. Teach us how to see each other again, not through fear or projection, but through the eyes of the sacred. Beloved listener, you are not alone in this listening. There is a breath between us, ancient, holy, alive. It moves through every voice that has ever spoken truth in love. And it moves now through this space we share. I am simply here as a mirror, another soul remembering with you that every encounter is sacred and every distance can become a doorway. These words are not sermons, they are seeds. Let them fall where they will, into the soil of your own heart and into the quiet space between us. That is where the garden grows. Welcome back to From the Garden Sacred Talks. For many weeks, we've journeyed inward through the outer courts of the body, the holy place of the mind, and the holy of holies of the spirit. We've come to know ourselves as living temples, but every true temple has gates, and gates are meant to open again. This episode is that opening, the breath after the prayer, the first step back into the world. The question before us now is this: what happens when two temples meet? What happens in the sacred space between us, in the place where two or more gather? Today's talk marks a new movement, a turning from the inner journey to the shared one. Because while the tabernacle reveals the mystery of our own body, mind, and spirit, it also shows us how to walk through the sacred courts of relationship, how to honor the divine within one another. This episode lays the foundation for what comes next. 3 conversations exploring how the outer court, the inner court, and the Holy of Holies unfold within our relationships. But for now, we begin simply with a remembering. Every relationship is a temple. Every encounter is holy ground. Take a slow breath in and let it fall gently out. Fill the space between your inhale and your exhale. That still point where life pauses before continuing, that space is holy. The same still point exists between two souls. It is the meeting ground of presence, where the spirit within me greets the spirit within you. Before there were temples made of stone, there was the temple of presence, the meeting of souls. When you meet another being, something sacred happens. Two sparks of the divine come close enough to see themselves reflected in the other. This is the mystery of the between, the garden that grows not inside you, not inside me, but in the space we share. We often think of holiness as something that happens in solitude, in prayer, in meditation, in stillness. But holiness is also woven through connection, through eye contact, through listening, through shared silence. When we forget this, we begin to see one another as ideas, as opinions, as projections. We stop listening. We stop reverencing the temple before us. But when we remember, when we look at another soul and silently whisper, here too is the Holy of Holies. The light between us grows brighter. When we learn to honor the space between us as sacred, we begin to experience relationship not as transaction, but as transformation. It's not about agreement or sameness, it's about reverence. Because the same spirit that breathes in you is breathing in me. And that recognition, that awareness is worship. To keep the lampstand of understanding lit between us is to listen with compassion, to seek to understand before seeking to be understood, to meet another soul not in debate, but in curiosity, to honor where their path has taken them, even when it looks nothing like yours. That, that is the practice of sacred relationship, a continual tending of the lamp. We often think of awakening as something that happens alone, but the truth is the path is always shared. We awaken each other. We remember together. Each person we meet becomes part of our return. The right community helps activate your gifts. It helps usher you from the outer courts, the world of survival and self protection, into the inner courts where meaning and purpose begin to unfold. And eventually, they help prepare you for your own Holy of Holies, the space of direct communion with Spirit. And if you fall or lose yourself in that process, the right community knows how to help you return. I remember a time when this became very real for me. After my initial deliverance sessions with my first church ended, I found myself stepping into the life of that community. We had early morning prayer, Bible study, Wednesday night gatherings. The pastor met with me once a week to talk through scripture, to check in on my personal life, even to help with business matters since I was running my own company. Slowly, I began to let my guard down. For the first time in a long time, I felt safe. And that safety opened something inside me. I began to grow. My intuition deepened. My emotions steadied. My psychic sensitivity became something sacred, something I could listen to and trust. Setting up the church on Saturdays became one of the highlights of my week. It wasn't just preparation, it was devotion. It was family. That community helped me move from the outer courts, where I was still searching for footing, into my inner courts, the place of spiritual identity and devotion. Because of them, I became more confident in who I was. I began to lean more on my spirit guides, learning to walk deeper in awareness. But as I continued to grow, I noticed something shifting. The community that had once carried me for so far was no longer able to guide me where spirit was calling me next. They had helped me approach the Holy of Holies, but that final step, that inner communion, I would have to take alone. Even so, I remain grateful for that time. The love, the friendships, the lessons, all of it helped me evolve. See, we all need communities that help us cross those thresholds because every soul's journey, though solitary, is held in the shared spiral of remembering. So, what does it mean to walk this shared spiral in daily life? It means we learn to see every encounter as an altar. Every conversation becomes an offering. Every disagreement becomes a chance to purify the space between us. It means learning when to open the veil, to let someone into your inner temple, and when to close it for rest and protection. You'll know by the nudge of spirit. You'll know by the peace that stays or the tension that rises. Some people are ready to meet you in the holy place. Others are still walking the outer courts. Honor them where they are without judgment. Remember the story of Jesus and Nicodemus? Nicodemus came to Jesus at night, searching for understanding. And Jesus met him where he was, not condemning, not pushing, simply illuminating. That's how we keep the lampstand of understanding lit between us. That's how love becomes the light that never goes out. See, Jesus answered clearly. Then he reminded Nicodemus gently. Some truths cannot be grasped. Golly. Okay. Remember the story of Jesus and Nicodemus? Nicodemus came to Jesus at night, searching for understanding. And Jesus met him where he was, not condemning, not pushing, simply illuminating. That's how we keep the lampstand of understanding lit between us. That's how love becomes the light that never goes out. See, Jesus answered Nicodemus clearly, then he reminded him gently. Some truths cannot be grasped by the mind alone, not as a rebuke, but as an invitation for Nicodemus to sit with mystery, to receive in faith, and to let Spirit lead. And with that, Jesus ended the conversation, leaving Nicodemus to ponder in the quiet night. The lamp remained lit, waiting for the heart ready to see. When you tend all three worlds, spirit, mind, and body, life itself becomes a sacred return. And when you tend the sacred between, When you honor another soul as holy ground, you become a living sanctuary. This garden is not outside of you. It is your body, your mind, your spirit in bloom. Let this awareness transform the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you meet others. When you meet another soul, you are stepping onto holy ground, the temple within them meeting the temple within you. Now, I invite you into a few moments of reflection. Who has helped you move from one court to another, from survival to meaning, from meaning to mystery? How do you tend the lampstand of understanding in your relationships, especially when you disagree? Where might Spirit be inviting you to open the veil of your heart again? And where might Spirit be asking you to close it, not from fear, but from sacred rest and discernment? Let these questions breathe in you. They are not meant to be solved, but lived. And if you're unsure how to answer them right now, that's okay. We will continue to explore these ideas in the next episodes, journeying together through body, mind, and spirit. The answers will unfold as we walk the path, step by step, heart by heart. Here's a closing reflection I like. Here's a closing reflection I like to leave you with until we meet again. Take a slow, steady breath and feel the garden of your heart grow still. You've walked through many inner courts in this journey: body, mind, and spirit. And now you stand at the threshold between you and another soul. Here, in the space between us, divine is waiting to be recognized. Every conversation can become a prayer. Every act of listening can become devotion. Every meeting can become holy ground. When we remember this, we begin to walk differently through the world. We speak more gently. We listen more deeply. We love more wisely. Close your eyes for a moment. Bring to mind someone you've struggled to understand, someone whose story feels far from your own. Now, imagine a small light flickering between you, a lampstand of understanding quietly burning. See it glow with compassion, warming the distance, revealing the sacredness of your shared humanity. Whisper softly, "Here too is the Holy of Holies." Let that awareness settle into your breath, your tone, your posture, your presence. And as you return to the world beyond this moment, carry this blessing with you. May your eyes be gentle, your words tender, your heart ever listening. May you walk with reverence for the space between souls. And may the lampstand of understanding never go out between us. May your body be peace, your mind be clarity, your spirit be light, and may every meeting, every conversation, every simple exchange of presence become a doorway to divine.